Good night, have one time tonight. God is good all the time. My name is Irma Jazz Rizzo. I need to give you a word on tonight. Um, Having a strong faith. I'm in a storm right now, and I have a strong faith. It might wave every now and then, but I don't never give up. So anyone is in a dry season, a dry storm, and you feel like it's never gonna come to an end. That's when you got to have a strong faith. You have to have a strong faith. You have to believe and trust in God. That you will get through it. You got to have hope because you got to hope for something. You got to visualize, what you're praying for. You got to keep it alive. You got to stay encouraged. So God will bring you through a dry season and hardship. You will need faith and hope, and to get through it. Faith is assurance of things that you hope for. The conviction of things that's not seen. So when you got faith and you got hope, it's something you cannot even see. But it's something that you're hoping for. Faith, faith is like having faith in God. Believe in God that your situation gonna get better. Hope for something. Both of these things that you cannot see, but you got to hope for. You got to pray for. You got to believe what you pray for will come to pass. So having faith is having trust. Now we have to trust with our entire being that God has our back, that He will help us, and we will have, and we will have fully trust in God. Because when you're in that dry season, God is the only one that can pull us through. The only one that can pull us through. You have, sometimes mine's way. My trust and faith is way, especially when you've been in a storm for a long time like me, and your storm just dry, and nothing going right, and you constantly, struggling when you going through that dry season, your faith will wane, but you have to get it back on track. You can never give up. You got to keep on holding on. You got to keep hope, dream. So we have a God who is faithful and good. We will keep the faith in God that we will get through it. Now, this dry season, you may lose strength, because I don't have no strength. I'm weak, but I'm still holding on. Still holding on. But we have to ask God to give us strength. I always ask God, give me strength. Give me strength to keep on moving forward. Have faith that God can do the impossible in your life. Now, sometimes your storm gonna look like it's impossible for this storm to turn around. You might just start questioning everything. Is God gonna get me through this? Cause this look like it's never coming to an end. Some people might have a storm like this, especially if you're in that storm for a long time. Look at the Israelites. They was in this storm for a long time, being a slave. They kept on praying to God, and it looked like it was never coming to an end. But I'm here to tell you, no matter how long, you got to keep praying until it comes to pass. Remember that package I just put out yesterday with this widow woman. She kept on being persistent in her prayer. She kept persisting until she was weighing that man down, that judge down. She was weighing him down. We be rolled out, but we also cannot give up. We cannot give up. Our storm, it may look like it's impossible to turn around. It may look like, that you will never bounce back. But if you got God that's in our life in that dry season, anything is possible. He can turn the impossible around. So sometime in your dry storm, and you may crumble, you may fall, you may fail, But God will not let you be destroyed. But that's the first thing the devil gonna try to do. You remember the devil wanted to do Joe that, and what God said in that scripture? God said, I ain't let Joe get destroyed. Because he was watching over Joe. You know, he'll making sure the devil don't do no more than what he told God what he was gonna do. You know, no matter what Joe went through, God did not let him get destroyed. You know, so things happen, you know. So sometime in your dry storm, you know, you may crumble, you know, and nothing gone right. This happened, that happened. Soon you get over one hump, you know, here goes something else. You know, you have a situation after a situation. Things happen left and right. You know, then you will begin to question things. You know, and that's something we not supposed to do. You know, but sometimes when you're in that dry storm, you know, nothing is going right. You know, this happened, that happened. You get over one hump, something else happened. You start questioning things, you know, and you may not understand, you know, why is this happening, you know, but your faith wave, you know, but you know, you may lose hope. You know, I know I did a little bit of everything. Lose hope, faith wave, got weak. You know, you're going to do all that. You know, but you are an overcomer. Your current obstacle. You know, you can overcome your obstacles that you are facing. You know, so when that happens, you know, all that stuff happened, I just say, you know, but surround yourself, you know, with encourage scripture. You know, sometimes you may not have nobody, you know, to encourage you. You know, don't never keep telling somebody to pray for you. Don't beg nobody to encourage you. You know, try to encourage yourself. You know, I encourage myself. Many times I give y'all tools what I do. You know, I write little things down. You know, I'm a winner, I'm a conqueror. You know, you got to encourage yourself. You know, you got to say them words to yourself. You know, don't worry about for somebody to do it for yourself. Cause it's not good for you to ask somebody to pray for you. You know, they might do the opposite. You know, so you have to surround yourself with encouraged scripture. You know, that was that Bible. That was this Bible for. You know, Bible verses. You know, I fast every morning. You know, about faith, hope. You know, can comfort you and give you hope to move on. You know, because a lot of time when you read the scriptures in this Bible, it's powerful. You know, and a lot of time it will make you feel, you know, give you strength to keep on going. You know, because it do have powerful words, scriptures in the Bible. You know, because I do Psalms 23, 27, you know, 90, 91, powerful package, you know, to read every day. You know, so when you feel like giving up, you know, remember that God is watching over us. You know, sometimes you may not feel that way. You know, Joe experienced the same thing. He went through all kind of stuff. You know, he had to pray to see if God was still there. You know, he's there. You know, it might not feel that way sometimes, but he's there. You know, so hope is feeling or expectation, you know, and the desire, you know, for certain things to happen. You know, like what you pray for, you hope for that to come true. You know, what you pray for, you know, you're gonna dream, you're gonna visualize it. You know, you got to visualize it to keep it alive. You know, when I dream and visualize what I pray to God for, you know, to happen, it seems so rare. You know, it seems so rare, and that keep you going. You know, cause long as you can keep on visualizing keep on hoping and visualizing your dream, you know, it gonna keep you motivated. You know, so you got to keep visualizing your dream. Whatever you pray to God for, you know, that dream that you visualize will keep you moving forward. It will keep you from not giving up because you're going to visualize, okay, I want to get out of this storm because I want to do that when I'm dreaming about everything. You know, it's going to keep you motivated. You know, so hope is what is something, you know, to happen, a desire for things to change, you know, for the better. to want that better, situation, you know, so much, you want that situation to come to pass. You want the situation to come to pass. And I'm praying to God for that one time. I preached that yesterday. You know, keep on praying for it. Keep on visualizing. You know, you encouraging your own self. When you keep dreaming and visualizing, that you keeping your hope alive. You keeping your dream alive. You encouraging yourself. You keeping yourself motivated and giving you energy to keep on going. To keep your hope alive, visualize your dream, or whatever you want to come true. Because see, a lot of time when you keep visualizing and keep on dreaming, and looking and feeling so real, is you can dream it, you can make it come true. You can make it come true. So that will keep you motivated. The scriptures in the Bible, and keep dreaming whatever you pray to God for. So it will keep you going, and you will not give up. When you're dreaming of something, it's what you hope for. So they're going to keep you not want to give up. It's going to keep you want to keep on fighting. Keep on fighting. You to pursue that dream that you're praying for. So in our dry season, we need faith. You need that faith in that dry season. Believe in something that you can't not see, but you in your stone believing that you coming out. See, you got to keep on. Keep on doing what you're doing. Keep on praying. See, I don't never stop. I keep on showing up. I keep on making the devil mad. I keep on showing up. We doing all this shit. You still keep on showing up. You still keep on smiling. You got to encourage yourself, with them words in that Bible. Write some of the words down. You're an overcomer. You're a survivor. You're a winner. I'm coming out of this storm. You got to say those words every day. Say the words every day. And you have to believe that you're coming out of your storm. You have to believe that you're coming out your storm and things will get better. Faith also is deal with action. Without action, it's no faith. So hope. So we got to have faith and we got to have hope. So hope is what you pray and hope for. And that it will come to pass. It will get you through it. It will get you through. Now sometimes you may have to encourage yourself. Many times, I don't never ask nobody, to pray for me. I have my own tools that I use to try to encourage my own self. So it might be to try to heal myself, encourage myself. I've been working on myself, my own self. So especially, when you at your lowest point, that when you're born. So you have to be careful who is in your surroundings. When you're in that dark, dry storm, and you're in that storm for a long time, you at your lowest point, that's when you have to really have knowledge and discernment, because you have to watch your discernment. You have to watch your surroundings. So read Bible verses, Psalms 23, 27, 86, 91, and 121. Try to read those on a regular basis. So God will bring us through hard times. We can't get around it. Remember Peter said we cannot get around it. God gonna bring you through that hard time. God gonna bring you through that dry season. He gonna bring you through it. But how you gonna get through it? What would you do? I've been giving you tools. Giving you tools, because I'm in that dry storm. Just Bible, praying, keeping a strong faith, hoping and visualizing my dream. You know, those are the tools that you're gonna need in that dry season. And the main tools, we need, that we have to trust God. We have to believe in God. We have to believe that He gonna get us through this storm. We have to believe that this storm will come to an end. That I'm coming out. That you coming out of this storm. You have to believe that. You cannot stop. You cannot give up. You got to keep on going. Because see, that's what the devil wants you to do. He wants you to be frustrated and disgusted. It's okay to be frustrated, but just let the devil know you're not going nowhere. That's all. And when you get emotional, it's okay to get emotional, but guess what? You can't stay in your emotion. You can't stay in your emotion. You have to snap out of it and bounce back. I done learned a whole lot in this stuff. I get emotional, I get frustrated, but trust me, I'm gonna stay there. They might think you bipolar or crazy. She just moving high, but now she calm. That's how you have to do. You have to. We gonna get emotional. We gonna lose losses. We gonna go through everything everybody else going through in that dry season. But we can't stay in it. We can't stay in it. You got to pray to God. You got to read the Bible. These are the tools that I'm giving you, that I'm doing. I have a strong faith. It may wait, but you got to get back on track. Faith and hope. Both things that you got to hope for. That you cannot see. But you got to believe. And another thing, you got to believe and you got to trust in God. We have to trust, because when we lose hope, when I lose hope in everything, faith wavering, guess what? You're going to start questioning things. You're going to start questioning God. You're going to start questioning your whole path of everything that's going on, because you've been in a dry season for a long period of time and you're questioning everything. But you got to get out of it. You got to have hope. You got to have faith. You got to pray and read, and you have to, the main thing that they're going to get you through is trusting God. Believing that He can do the impossible to get you out of your stuff. It may look like it's impossible. Man, I don't know how He going to do this. You're going to be questioning everything. I don't know how He doing this. This storm look like it's not going nowhere. It don't even look like He coming to an end. But guess what? We got a God that can do the impossible. He can turn that situation around. He can turn your storm around. But we only have to believe. It's taking me a long time, but we have to fully believe and trust in God. Now God will bring us through hard times. We can't get around. It may seem impossible to find happiness, and that's another thing. Do you lose happiness? You lose joy in that dry season. It's rough. Especially me. I'm dealing with the spiritual warfare and everything in this dry season. This is dry season that I'm in. So that's why I'm trying to help and give tools to other people that may be in a dry season, or you may enter into a dry season and might want to know what I'm doing and how I'm getting through it. So it may seem impossible to find happiness. You're going to lose happiness. You're going to lose your joy. And this main song everybody keeps saying, you'll never let the devil steal your joy and your happiness. But sometimes that do happen. But we're not supposed to let Satan steal our joy and our happiness. There's some kind of way we have to find happiness and we have to find joy in the midst of that dry season. So I'm in a storm now. Yes, with pain and suffering, it is hard to find happiness, but we have to find it some kind of way. Because we got to show the devil we're not going to be moping around all day long. You might be in that not happy sing for a while, you know, but don't stay in it. You know, let the devil know that you're gonna be smiling. You know, you have your little gospel music on. Sometimes I'll be singing. You know, sometimes you're singing. You know, you got to find your joy. You got to find your happiness. You know, you're gonna be down for a little while. I'll be down for a little while, but I try to find my happiness and my joy in some kind of way. You know, and sometimes it can come from your music. You know, I keep my gospel music on every day, all day long. You know, you got to find your happiness and your joy. You know, if not, you're gonna start getting sick in the inside. You know, because you're just mad and you're not happy. I've been through it. I've been through it. So that's why I'm learning how to find my joy and happiness through my music. You know, is you got to find your joy and your happiness. You know, so okay, so when I read, and you know, when I read, and you know that God is watching over you know, and guiding you know, God is our peace. We're supposed to go towards God, you know, to find our peace. Our peace and happiness come from God. You know, so when we constantly pray to God, be connected with God, you know, and know that God is good, and know that God does everything, watch over us, you know, our peace and happiness come from Him. You know, so you may be up, and down. I don't know about y'all. I've been in this song for a long time. I experienced all kinds of stuff, you know, up and down, you know, but I kept the faith. Kept the faith in the hope, you know. And the main thing you have to do in this dark season, you know, the main thing that Satan gonna try to do is take your mind. So your mind is the main thing you have to maintain in your stone. I know it may be hard, you know, but you have to maintain it. Now we have to trust God. You know, we have to trust God even though it may feel painful, you know, and you don't understand, we ain't never gonna understand. Because God don't let us know the whole plan. You know, so a lot of times, you know, it'll seem like, you know, oh, God don't know what He's doing, but God know what He's doing. It may not look like that way to us. I mean, I'm like, well, what path we on? What is going on? You know, you're not gonna understand. But trust me, God knows what He's doing. He gonna lead us where the path that He wants us to get to. You know, so we have to trust God even though it may feel painful and you don't understand, you know, that's when we have to have faith and we have to believe and trust God that He leading us into a good path. Because see, with God said, I'm going to take you to a path, but I'm not going to harm you. I'm going to prosper you, but not harm you, you know. So He always going to take us somewhere, you know, not to harm us, will bring us to a place, you know, where He know what's best for us. That He know what's best for us, you know. So in your dry stone, you have to have a strong faith. You have to have a strong faith, you know. You can't get around, you know. And a lot of time, you know, for a beginner, Christian like I was at the beginning, you know, you think you get connected with God, you know, praying, you know, and you think you're not gonna go through the whole time. I'm here to tell you, you know, we the ones that go through the whole time. You know, it's a pain and suffering. You know, we go through it all. You know, we the one that go through it all. You know, but we think, you know, the beginners, Christians, we think that you connected with God. You know, just like Peter said, we can't get around it. You have to go through the whole time. You know, um, so faith is something that we cannot see, but believe. You know, that God, you know, will see us through. You know, because God tell me all the time, you know, believe and trust me. You know, and I be like, oh, I believe you, I trust you, you know, but He'll do something to see if you really truly believe it. God will always keep on testing you. You know, you say you love God, you know, I trust God and this and he gonna say how truly do you love and trust him. Love and trust him. You know, he will test you. You know, I be tested all the time. He will catch you off guard. You know, so if you say you believe and you trust in God, he will test you to see if you really believe and trust him. You know, because see, it's easy to say it out your mouth, you know, but when something come along, will you still love God? Will you still trust God and believe him? You know, because see, that's what he had told Satan about Job. You know, no matter what you do, he is a righteous man. He will not curse him no matter what you bring at him. And he was right. You know, God had so much confidence in Job. You know, and so Job did not curse God. And Satan took everything from him. You know, and some of us, you know, we'll get mad. You know, but Job just kept on praising God, kept on praying, even as his wife said something foolish. You know, he took off for God. You know, he take off for God in a minute. He told her, you gonna sit down because you talking foolish, woman. You know, so Job was very faithful to God. And when you say you love God, you know, you believe, I trust you, I believe you, bring a situation and you back to square one again. You know, so hope, you pray for something and dream that it will come true. You know, see, I'm talking, we at the end part. We talked about faith and we talked about hope. Faith is something that we cannot see, but we have to believe that God will see us through. You know, hope. You pray for something. You dream it. You know, you dream it that it will come true. You know, you hoping for something so bad and you praying to God that it will come true. But you got to keep on hoping and you got to keep on visualizing that dream that you pray to God for. You know, so it may take a long time, but keep the faith and visualize it until it comes to pass. You know, Israelite, you know, they prayed to God for 430 years. God came and rescued them. Now, we don't know how long Job was in his stone. You know, we don't know how long it was, you know, but God saved him. You know, we know David was in his stone for 20 years running from cave to cave. And he finally got in position. Joseph, well, you know, for 20 years, you know, when he was in jail, he was in a pit, you know, he was lied on, he was thrown in jail. You know, he had to go through all that before he got into his position. You know, but he got in his position, you know, after 20 years. You know, and God had promised him that in a dream. You know, you're going to be a king. You're going to be in charge. You know, you're going to be all these things. You know, but then, you know, when you in this dry season, you in a pit, you know, you got all kind of stuff going on. What you talking about, God? You know, I'm going to be this. I'm going to be that, you know, because he told that to Joseph. You're going to be the king. You know, you're going to be a ruler. But all these obstacles, you know, gets in the way, you know, and have your stone so dry and dark, you know. So you like, well, what is that? You know, what we gonna do? You know, I thought I was gonna be this, you know. Joseph said, I thought I was gonna be this, I thought I was gonna be that. You know, but he had to go through so many obstacles. He had to go through so many obstacles to get there. You know, David went through so much obstacles, through through the enemies, you know, and Joseph. You know, but guess what? You know, it took a long time, but Joseph was in charge. You know, Joseph was in charge. You know, but he had to go through the obstacles to get there. You know, sometimes you got to keep on climbing. Go through so much, you know, to get there. But what God said, you know, it will be done. You know, so you may lose your joy. You know, so I talk about this woman that was positioned in her prayer life. That was yesterday. You know, she kept on praying and she never give up until that judge give her a yes. You know, and so you may lose joy and peace and strength. You may lose everything. Everything. You know, I know lose strength every now and then. Joy, happiness, peace. You know, when you in that storm a long time, you know, and you in that dry storm where everything is constantly keep on happening, you know, It may seem impossible, to bounce back. You know, you might say, man, if I'm gonna bounce back, it's just gonna come to an end. It don't even look like I'm gonna bounce back. It don't look like this. But you cannot say those words. You got to say, yes, I'm gonna bounce back. I keep my hope alive, my dream alive. All day long. Yes, I'm gonna do this. I'm be lining stuff up like I'm gonna do it tomorrow. But that's how you have to do. You got to visualize. You got preparate stuff. You got to do this and you got to do this and do that like you're gonna do it tomorrow. You know, you can't never say. I don't never say I'm not gonna bounce back because you got to watch the words that come out of your mouth. Don't never say you're not gonna bounce back. You know, don't never say you're not gonna come out. You know, you got to watch the word. Oh yes, I'm gonna bounce back. Oh yes, I'm coming out. I race myself down all day long, preparing stuff like I'm gonna do it tomorrow. You know, project book been finished since last year. And still hoping to get it done. And that's how you gotta do. No matter how long it takes. Like that lady waiting on her case to get done. It took a long time, but she got it done. It took me a long time, but in my mind, it gonna get done. You got to have it in your mind, it gonna get done. Don't never say you're not gonna bounce back. Oh, I'm gonna bounce back. This gonna get done. That gonna get done. And you got to keep writing stuff down. Writing stuff down like you about to get done. You know how a lot of people say when you're not blessed, keep on saying, keep on acting like you blessed. But that's how you have to do with your dream. Whatever you dream to, whatever you pray to God for, you do preparation like you're gonna get it done tomorrow. That's what I do. And you keep on doing it until it come to pass. So you gonna bounce back. But we have the impossible God that can turn our situation around. I don't know what can turn our situation around. Don't try to go get John Doe and think they can help us turn a situation around. Nobody else can. Don't even try. We can't do it in our own strength. We can try. I remember I tried multiple times. I'm like, man, I need God. Even if you try to do it on your own, you're gonna fail. Because with God, we can do all things. Without God, we cannot. We automatically will fail. So we have to keep God in our life. Whatever we pray to Him for. So I'm in the midst of my dry season. And I'm keeping my faith. And I'm keeping my hope alive through my dream. That's keeping you encouraged. You have to encourage yourself. And when I dream, it seems so real. That means I'm keeping my dream alive. If you can keep dreaming, like you can touch it, you can pursue it. So our peace and hope, comes from God. It comes from when we calm down and realize, we got anxiety, we all frustrated and all that. After you calm down, then you have to realize, our peace and our hope, it comes from God. We can find rest, in Him. God is our rock, and our stone. He's our rock and our stone, because He will encourage you. Remember He encouraged Elijah. Elijah, he was just out of it. He's like, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. God, just take me. And God was like, no. God encouraged him. He said, you go back the same way you went. I have another project for you. So God, if God not finished with you, and you talking about giving up, many times you might say you want to give up. But if you never give up, that was God's stop. Because God can work through your heart. So one, have a strong faith. Two, have hope. Keeping your dream alive. That will keep you alive. That will keep you motivated. because you keep on dreaming it, it gonna want you to never want to give up because you want to pursue what you keep dreaming about. So three, have a good prayer, have a prayer life. It don't have to be no long prayer. Everybody keep on saying, you got to pray perfect. You don't have to pray perfect. Prayers is it's a request. It's a connection that you have with God. A lot of times He say, give me a request. So you is communicating with God, a request that you asking Him for, or you just having a connection with Him. So your prayers don't have to be perfect. You just have to know what you're praying. So you just have to know what you're talking about, what you're praying for, and you can't do it no one time. You have to pray constantly. This widow woman, she was praying constantly every day. She kept on going to that judge, and he was pushing her away. No, she'll go again the next day, and he just said no. Every night she was praying to God. She was praying to God every night. So this is my story for today, practice for today. So I'm giving you the tools and everything that I'm using in my stone. That someone else might be in a dry stone. You're gonna get weak. You might lose your home. You might lose your joy and happiness. You might do all those things. But you go by these tools, and you will bounce back. You will bounce back. You have to have faith. You have to encourage yourself. You have to keep dreaming and visualizing. You have to keep it alive. You have to keep hope. You have to keep hope. And the main thing, you have to trust and believe in God that He can turn the impossible around. Because your storm might not look like it's never gonna end. But we have to remember, we have a God can do the impossible. So that's all the word I have for you for tonight, and I'll see y'all on the next video.